Okay. We're gonna start. Oh my gosh, standing room only. So exciting! Yay! So first thing I want to do this morning is I just want to give everybody an opportunity who is new to our meeting to introduce themselves. It's so exciting to see some new faces. So we'll just kind of start and go around the room. So these ladies can introduce themselves. They've been coming on Zoom, but it's their first time here in person. And then we're just going to go around the room. Everybody else is new, either first time or you've been on Zoom but never been in person.
I'm Serena. I'm with Community Hospice. I've been with Community Hospice for about 5 years, and I manage Doctors Medical Center, Emmanuel, Mercy Merced, Bethel, and then all Florida Avenue Doctors Health.
Wow. I'm Priscilla. I'm with Community Hospice. I've been with Community for about 3 years. I used to be in San Joaquin County. I went out on maternity leave, came back. I now handle Memorial Hospital, all the facilities in Ripon, Manteca, and then we have to go out on maternity leave. So I have all the facilities from Brixmore all the way to Salida as well right now. So I'm really busy.
Welcome. Thank you for coming out from behind the screen. Anybody else, as we kind of circle around the room, it's your first time here today?
This is for me for this event. Teresa, I'm an executive director for Pacifica.
Okay, thank you for coming. And then here.
And I'm with Pacificia Senior Living in Oakdale, and I'm the marketer.
Okay, welcome.
Yeah.
And how did you hear about our meeting?
Everybody.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, and then
I am Shay Bradford. I'm the marketing outreach and enrollment manager for Central Valley Page.
welcome. All right. Anybody else? Yes.
I'm Manisha. I'm the resident care coordinator at Astor. I've done my administrative.
Wonderful. And how did you hear about our group?
I hear about because
You were invited. Yes, I love it. Getting the word out. And then Miss Crystal, is this your first time?
This
in
is
person?
my first time.
Oh my word. Yes.
I'm Crystal Treadway. I'm with Oakdale, California. I represent Alzheimer's Association.
Yay!
I've just become a community educator.
Yay! Oh, well, welcome in person, Miss Grace.
thank you.
And then we have these ladies.
Yes, I'm Christy Ray, RP Realty Group. Partner.
Welcome. And how did you ladies hear about our group?
Well, we've been communicating through the church release and Cheryl.
Okay.
So,
Yay.
yeah.
Thank you. And you're not new.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I'm Jennifer. I do marketing for Global, and I heard about it from Karen at Action.
Okay. Wonderful. So I'm curious if maybe the food.
Food today, yeah.
Everybody's pumping for the food. So welcome. We're so excited. It always gets me like pumped up and energized when we have lots of new faces. It's so exciting to see our group growing because we are very passionate about serving the community, serving our seniors in our community. And one of our passions is really trying to get the word out, making sure that everybody in our community knows about the service available. I just met with a family the other day. Mom just moved into assisted living in Oakdale. And I was sharing with them about our group and that we're just so passionate about trying to make sure that the general public knows we're here and that we want to really get the word out. And I just always bring it up at our meetings, use social media, really just push the information out there. If anybody doesn't have their information turned into Amy, we have like a roster that we've created that we want to kind of keep pushing out on social media so that people can know that we are a resource, that they can kind of go and look at our guide and be able to see if there's any services there that may apply to them. So just keep inviting, keep telling people, and we're going to need a new room.
Hey, Joyce, this is going to be Miss Jenna.
Oh, okay, Miss Jenna. Good morning.
I was going to let it be.
I'll tell you why they do good things.
No.
I'm Jenna Silva. I'm the Regional Executive Director for Delmonte Assisted Living and Memory Care. We have 3 campuses, one in Stockton that is completely 100% committed to the assisted Living Waiver Program, which happens to be an HBC umbrella program. That unfortunately is only available in San Joaquin County and not Stanislaus County, but we have a lot of people who need that level of care, so they come from Modesto and so forth up to Stockton. And then we have 2 campuses in Pacific Grove, maybe a mile from the ocean.
Oh, wow.
And they're private pay.
Wonderful. And how did you hear about our group?
I've been following you guys for a while on Facebook and was trying to come last month, but then I had a conflicting appointment in the building, so I
Yeah.
couldn't come. So
Yeah, wonderful. Well, I'm just such a firm believer that social media is really the platform that's just really going to help us message out to the community. So just keep believing. So we are the older.
Did you want to introduce yourself first?
I've been here before.
Jim.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. I thought you were trying to say something. My apologies.
Her hair was just different. So we are the older adult collaborative of Stanislaus County, and our mission is to proactively serve and educate each other and the seniors we service in our community and their children, and provide them synergistic solutions. Our vision is to create a unified senior resource team to support each other and the senior community we serve, and our values are integrity, synergy, service, and collaboration. Okay. Our Facebook group continues to grow. We added 7 new members last month. And make it just a thought, like maybe just once a week or once a month, hop onto the Facebook page and just welcome people. Really make them feel like, hey, we see you. We know you're here. We're excited that you've joined our group, and just really kind of get that camaraderie going. And today we're excited to welcome Pacifica Senior Living. They're going to be speaking us today, Kim and Jessica, and sharing all about their services and delicious food.
Yay. So Teresa is the executive director. There's no Jessica.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have it all wrong. Oh, okay.
So we are Pacifica Senior Living. I am the sales and marketing director for Pacifica at this point in time. And our community has just recently transferred over to the Gardens of Modesto. So we are going to be the Gardens of Modesto, and you guys are the first to hear.
Oh,
Yes, so it's a North Star company. It's ran by North Star, so we are excited because we have been owned by North Star before. And it's an amazing company, and we're super excited about the transition. There'll be a lot of exciting new changes. They have implemented a new program for activities. I can't remember the name of it either. I should have come up with it. But it's a really, really cool program. I was super excited to hear about it because I'm always trying to think of new ways, because we are strictly just a memory care community. So Alzheimer's and dementia. I'm always trying to look up stuff on activities for the residents. They have iPad stuff that they're going to be doing. They're actually going to be shipping out to our community. All of the activities are already like pre-made. So it'll be on the calendar. And basically, if it's say building birdhouses, if it's building birdhouses, they're going to have all these little individual packets that have everything you need to build that birdhouse. So basically, our activity director, or if it's a med tech or caregiver, can just grab these packets and then divvy them out and sit and go step by step with them. So they're all designed, to, how do you say that?
Well, they're for they have different activities for all level of care too.
Yeah.
So for the higher functioning, the lower functioning, they have, all these different activities, and it's going to be basically everything will be based off of the activity department to make it better quality of life.
Yeah, so we are super excited to implement that program and see it thrive. And then a lot of interactive iPad activities as well, apps and stuff that we're going to introduce. So just excited to just to get started and watch our garden grow. So Teresa is the executive director. We're all fairly new to our positions that we are currently doing, except for me. I've been sales and marketing director for about 9 years now. So Teresa is the ED. She's been doing this for how long now?
So I started out in skilled for about 20 plus years, and then I went into memory care as a business office manager. So I've been at Pacifica, and then Pacifica obviously had some issues, and so I recently took over as the executive director.
Yeah.
that was October, November. And then Lindsay took over the business office manager. And then we have our RCBR nurse, Rashmika. Yeah, amazing job. So she left for a little while and came back when I took over the position. And so we're all just we're new. And so we're very excited about this new company coming in because it's a fresh start for everybody. So,
Yeah. I mean, as all of you know, Pacifica has had some issues in the past, and with the new company, we're just hoping to get past all that and watch our building just be amazing and do the best that we can. Of course, that's the goal at the end of the day. You know, we love what we do, and we do it for a reason. So, but yeah, does anybody have any questions for me? I love that you guys are all here, all your guys' faces to see. It's so exciting instead of emails. I'm like, who is that? Yes, I know her. But yeah, I love that you guys are all here. I am going to be leaving Pacifica, so I will let you guys all know that right now, so you guys are all like, where'd she go? And moving on to a new adventure. So we are currently looking, if anybody knows, for an amazing sales representative to take over at the gardens. So if anybody knows of any, and activities actually, right? In the back, so.
big shoes to fill.
Oh, thank you. So we're really excited, and that's our skill.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you.
Of course, of course. And we brought some food that our amazing chef Krista made. Some little quiches and stuff like that. She's awesome.
Awesome. Thank you.
And they're delicious.
Oh yeah, I brought these so you.
So we'll remember, right?
Pass them around.
It should be completed within probably about another 2 months. It'll be a complete transition.
Now, is there anything different? Okay, because you're doing this acquisition. So is there going to be anything different that this new company is offering?
Just implementing all the new programs. We're excited about that. We aren't taking any move-ins as of right now, but I will announce when we will be until the transition is complete. But just implementing a lot of new programs that we aren't currently using as a Pacifica. So we're excited about that for sure.
So there's no beds, there's no rooms or anything.
Not
There is beds available and there is rooms available. There's some rooms available.
Sorry.
Places. But yeah, there is availability, and we will be opening and ready to go hard to move people in and get those beds filled, of
We're
course.
going to be doing some renovations. We're going to be bringing in different management teams to come in and change things that they do differently than Pacifica was doing. They're going to be doing a lot of fixing. There's a lot of work that needs to be kind of changed around and done. But they've already started on that, and it should be ready to go.
All good, exciting stuff.
Yeah.
For tours, that way we have clients that want a tour, you're open to that. And you have to-
We are still doing tours.
Yeah, we just can't do the admission. So I know recently we've been getting a lot of tours that are still coming from Harry.com and stuff.
To the place for mom.
Yeah. And if they are looking and ready, like right now, and it's an immediate move-in, I don't like to waste their time because we obviously can't accept them for their license is complete. But if they would like to come and tour, if they're looking for the future, absolutely. They can come by anytime. I know they like to do scheduling, but anytime they want to stop by, absolutely.
So yeah, we've let a place for moms and caring.com know, and I'll let you know again, Jeannie, I know that you've probably already taken care of that. That we are not taking tours unless they're looking for the future, then we will go ahead and do the tour. And but if it's an immediate placement, we cannot take them out this time. But as soon as we can, we will shoot the information out to everybody, and we'll be super excited and ready to roll.
Are you guys starting a wait list?
Yeah, we will be doing that. Yes.
Yeah, and I'm sure.
I already have a couple that are holding on that were actually getting ready to move in, and they couldn't move them in at the last minute, but they're willing to wait and hold on. So yes, we are taking a wait list.
Yes.
I just wanted to make the comment that I have worked for many years with all these wonderful folks in various capacities in different places, and they have the most beautiful, caring hearts to be in the business and doing what they need. So please keep that in mind when looking for a place. These people really care about their residents. They have the heart for what they're doing.
So I'm gonna bounce off what you just said,
Thank you,
Cheryl. So I worked for the company that just bought them. When I was at Stacy's as a marketer from 2015 to 2018, and they were run by North Star at the time. They are truly a family-oriented business, and you're not a number. You're not a dollar figure. You're a human being with a family, and they care for you like your family. It's just like I work for Age Mark now, the same way. And I can just say they're a fantastic company, and they couldn't have been bought out, in my opinion, by a better company, because they're amazing, and they're gonna you're gonna see just some wonderful things that
Yeah,
they
we're
do.
excited about it. We've heard all the things. We're really excited about it. It's been a hard couple of years, I think, for everybody due to COVID. But we've taken some markets, and so we're so excited about the change.
So I'll tell you a little quick story. Before I got the job here in Oakdale, I was in the Bay Area working for Pacifica. I was tired of the community. So I'm like, you know what? I did really, really good with North Star. We filled the building. Stacy's never been filled during that time, except when we were there. And so I still had the CEO's number. I texted him, said, hey, I'm looking for a job. This is Nick. You know, he got back to me within literally 5 minutes, got a hold of his regional VP of sales, and she contacted me within 10 minutes and tried to get me a job in Sacramento area that I wasn't looking, but that's just how they are.
Yeah,
And
nice.
they're caring people. So.
Thank you for that. We're excited.
All right, so announcements. Anybody have any announcements, events, just something they want to share? Yeah.
Everyone here is invited to our car show. It's a fundraiser for the Alzheimer's Association tomorrow from 3 to 6. Drinks, food, everything, and some nice cars will be there as well. So hopefully we got some nice shade trees in front where it'll be at, so you can get out in the sun.
Yeah.
And it's from 3 to 6, so everybody's welcome to come.
So where's that located?
In Oakdale, over at Pacificia Senior Living,
Oh,
Laurel.
I'll be there.
The Flintstone car coming?
Yeah.
Yay, Flintstone car will be there.
Flintstone car will be there, so if you want to take pictures with kids, the grandkids, warm down.
Some Flintstone costumes.
All right, Miss Cheryl.
Oh, always. The Modesto Walk to End Alzheimer's. We all know in this room how devastating Alzheimer's and dementia is. 1 in 3 people, third leading cause of death in the state of California. And for Stanislaus County, the way we educate and bring awareness is through that walk to end Alzheimer's. So it's like, please guys, can't do this alone. We need to do this as a community. We all come together. We have that in common with our seniors and stuff, and everybody knows somebody who's been touched by this disease. So it's like, please join us. You can have a team, costs nothing to form a team. It gets your name out there. It brings you among the people that you really actually serve. So, please keep that in mind. We're looking for teams. We want to get things rocking and rolling. We want Stanislaus County to do well, because the better they do, the more services and the more things that come out here. And of course, we can't do it alone. So we're so lucky. If you want a table or want to present there, as like again, before COVID, Modesto had over 1,200 people at the Modesto Walk. And so it's like, these are families and folks who have been touched by this disease. And what better group to go out there and educate about the options that they have. And we are so lucky already. Community hospital, Central Valley, Astoria, Pacifica, now the Garden. Jenna and Del Monte is in Stockton. And so many folks are already out there. And they need you out there to know what options they have. Because they don't know, they're in a vulnerable place, and they need to see your personalities. They need to be touched by you guys. And so please, the first deadline for, for tables and stuff is going to be on the 30th. And so that's coming up, and I do have wiggle room, but the importance of that is our first printing of our posters is going to be coming out. So if you're at a point where you can be on that poster, you're gonna get most bang for your buck. Be on the, you can be on the second poster, but why not be on the first poster that's out there in July, and social media and all that kind of stuff. So I do have those available as well. We're always looking for you folks and hoping to support. And of course, anything that I can do to support you back, education, awareness, lunch and learns, that's what we're about. That's, you know, that's what that money does. It does go to research because we want to cure. But, you know, all those brochures, all that stuff that we give is to, that's what that money pays for. You know, and of course, Stanislaus County. So please, guys, want to make it happen. So here's that for the team. And thank you to all who have already joined us and are doing something. We appreciate you. And if there's anything we can do, please.
Oh, Cheryl, tell them about good ways to fundraise.
There's always good ways to fundraise. We always hope it's like, I'm like, be a hero, not a zero. Hey, we joined our team. We've raised no money. It's like, this is a give us five, throw us a five, do something. Every dollar counts. And we always hope that everybody at least raises $100 to earn their t-shirts. So we have that, but there's wonderful activities are going on, whether it's like Astoria's doing this car show, and that's for the longest day, but it is the Alzheimer's Association. The Pacifica, I know they're gonna do some wonderful luncheon, dinner.
I think we're gonna do a drive-through since we're doing the whole transition right now, and we're gonna do a drive-through, but I'll post it on Facebook and everything, and love to have you guys come through and
and there's all different things. We have what we call a hope grid. And what it is just, it's hope spelled out in little squares. Each one of those little squares says like first dollar for research, you know, like $2 instead of buying me a Starbucks. And it's like for people who, yeah, I mean, it's so easy. And it's like this grid, you know, if somebody has this, it's like, hey, I'm doing the walk in Alzheimer's, can you help me? You hand it to somebody and they pick their square. I mean, it's $1, $2, there's a couple fives and 1 10. I mean, otherwise it's like little piddly amounts. And this earns you your shirt. And it's for people who aren't comfortable. I have a little boy at Stockton. Well, he was actually a couple of years ago who did 3 of these because his grandpa died of Alzheimer's. 9-year-old boy. Come on, guys.
Amazing.
I used to work. Cheryl gave one of my son at 7, gave him his first $1, and he is in number 4 by already.
Yeah.
A lot better than me.
See, guys, it's easy. And it's like we have so many cool ideas and so many great things we could do. Like we're talking education and stuff. This is going to be one of our new community educators. We're doing lunch and learns with activity directors and dietitians and doing great things to make education and awareness. And it's all about partnership and doing this together. So yeah, please let us know what we can do to help you. Because I know, you know, to pay back for you helping us. And I don't want to forget one of our bigger sponsors, Central Valley. Her team are so wonderful over there. And of course, all the rest of you guys. But that's what we're here for. If you have any questions.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Thank you.
I did loan out my 7-year-old Christmas.
Factor. It is
I copy of that. We'll take a copy of that.
My dog.
My kid's kind of cute. I think you can probably put some money in.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good idea.
Do you have extra copies of those?
Yeah, I can send you an electrical and I have, we can do it with you can do it with your name on it. We can, you know, make
Personalize them.
personalize them. Yeah, we have one facility who took them and was giving them to families and stuff like that. Everybody filled one out, got put into a big drawing where they got a big fancy like spa vacation thing, you know. So all they do is like, you know, as many as they can. I mean, we can do it. We can personalize it with the name of your thing and stuff. And it's, you know, that's what we do.
And if you create a theme, you can actually link to it. And if you have any problems, I'm the gal to call. I'll walk you through it.
Hold
Yeah.
on to you, Crystal.
I'm serious.
Crystal.
I'm the one who calls everybody to leave messages. You have to answer your phone.
This is the retention gal. She's calling the old teams like, hey, come on, guys.
But if you do have questions, because sometimes it's overwhelming, you look at it and go, okay, now we're like this.
We try to make it easy, and it is, but it's.
All right, anybody else have any announcements?
Can I tag on to that really quick?
Sure.
Connect our agency with the Alzheimer's Association. So just, I know my mom passed away of Alzheimer's. It's been 6 years this year. But one of the things that we need a community hospice was that we have a beautiful hospice home in Houston, 16-bed facility. And one of the things that I really pushed when I came aboard over 5 years ago was utilizing our hospice home for the Alzheimer's patients that families need respite. So
years ago, people thought it was just for end of life, or, you know, respite can only be used every few months. But I stress this with my families that have patients that have loved ones with Alzheimer's dementia that are struggling with taking care of them, and they need a break, they need help, they can't afford, you know, they have to care for them at home, but because they can't afford, you know, the facilities or don't have Medi-Cal replacement. Our hospice house, if they're our patient, we can utilize 5 days as often as they need to for respite. So their loved one can go to our hospice home for caregiver breakdown as often as they need to for 5 days at a time. And so that's not really widespread in the community. We try to get it out there so that they realize that if you have an Alzheimer's patient, absolutely, it's a huge benefit. So please be aware of that.
And to tack on to that, guess who gives $1,000? What do you think, you know, where do you think that money goes? You know, we're out there to help families and help the community. You know, let me know, we'll download it. It's very easy, and families need those respites. Without a cure, it's all about the families and the caregivers. And we give $1,000 respite grants. So just let me know, and we send in the information. It's very easy. I have never, ever seen one denied in all the time I've been here.
And ours is covered by Medicare, just so you know. Medicare, Medi-Cal, their insurance, and we're entirely nonprofit, so we actually don't turn anybody away whether or not they have insurance or not. We will service them at our hospice house or home. But our respite program is completely covered. So
And let me just ask you again. So one of the qualifications would be they have to be Alzheimer's or?
No, they just have to be on our services.
Just on your services.
Just on our services.
And I've used this.
Good. So thank you. You're welcome.
And when the time comes that, you know, the short-term respite isn't working for those families anymore, I've got right now active 10 cases of EPS in Stanislaus County where caregivers are on caregiver burnout, or it's become unsafe because their loved one is wandering out at night and they can't sleep and they're afraid. And so with an open active APS case, that is the quickest way that they can get an expedited ALWP application done. If they get their name in before the end of the month, they'll come off the 10th following month. So I could submit on today, they'll come off July 10th. And the CCAs are great. They're, you know, ones that we work with. The nurses are very knowledgeable and so forth. And we right now have a 33-bed memory care, and we're getting ready to expand another about 30 beds, what's going to be called transverse memory care for those ones who are not, you know, severely progressed in their Alzheimer's. So, and we're going to have Cheryl and her team come in and do some educations and stuff like that. So I've got a lot of families that, you know, they'll call like, oh yeah, my loved one's at home. And when they hear how long the wait is, which is about a 3-year wait on a normal wait list, they start to break down and cry. So I'll start asking, what's going on? What's happening? And they'll start telling me. And I go, wait a minute, this is an unsafe, you know, situation. Call your local APS agency, let them know what's happening, and have them come out and open a case for you. And a lot of them were scared too. They're really scared that they're going to be in trouble. And I have to explain to them, it's not like child CPS where, you know, you come out and you're in trouble. Adult APS, they're there to support the senior. They're there to support the family and whatever. And they might have resources. They might reach out to Cheryl and Crystal at the Alzheimer's Association and say, hey, we got somebody here. And when they hit that end of that rope, they might go, okay, it's time for placement, or it's time for short-term respite. So I always encourage families, you know, to reach out to APS, especially when they're getting the Alzheimer's patients that are starting to wander and kind of aggressive behaviors. I had a family one night call, and they were upset because their mom's sleeping with a kitchen knife underneath their pillow, you know, and they're afraid of her, you know. So I always tell families, you know, reach out, and I encourage them to reach out to Alzheimer's Association and everything else. So
Wonderful information.
Yeah.
We'll try that sometime.
She dealt with me going back to my family who was facility, not facility. Got his mom. So we put her on hospice and kept going back and forth. And Jenna took the calls each time, was like, okay, tell me what to do. Call her 5 minutes later. They changed their mind. I'm sorry. She's like, all right, I'll talk to you later.
And families do that. Sometimes they get so scared, right? They feel like they're failing. And I tell them, you're only failing if you're not willing to accept the help. And you need the help. You can't do this by yourself. And that's why there's companies like, you know, Pacifica and us and Astoria that do this for a living. It is a 24-hour day job. It's multiple people's job done. It's not just for one person. And a lot of times it's one child, and there's multiple siblings. The other siblings aren't involved. You know, and they're definitely
They're involved with long distance advice.
What you're doing wrong.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, caregiver burnout is a real thing.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see it happening. You know, I work in a community and I can't even fathom how people try to do it for as long as they do, you know, and it disrupts your entire life. And I know, I mean, if it was my mother, I would probably do the exact same thing. I would hold in there as long as I could until I was gonna break,
You know,
you know?
I want to say interesting too, we talk about caregivers. In our 2022 facts and figures, it has COVID numbers on it and the number of caretakers that died from COVID because of the stress and how I'm leaving these folks. I mean, I was shocked. I'm like, holy moly, what COVID did to, you know, the caretakers and the families that are dealing with Alzheimer's and dementia. And it's like, hey guys, we got to come together and do something about this. There's all these different things available, you know, and gosh, please don't underestimate something like the Central Valley Police program. What they do for people, you know, we have folks like there do what's necessary to keep them at home, but to keep them safe and taken care of. So, you know, we have so many great options in this room. Let's follow.
Before I forget, we are hosting a ALW Learn and Delmonte Learn about us and our expansion for our transverse memory care on Monday from 1 to 2:30. So if you're interested, just give your business card and I'll shoot you guys over the invite. And it's, you know, I always tell other facilities, you know, even if your, you know, clients are private pay, because the wait for non-skilled or APS is a 3-year wait, and family council says we're only going to be able to sustain this for about 3 years. They don't currently have to be on Medi-Cal to go onto the wait list. They just have to have Medi-Cal in place for their applications complete. So I always encourage people, get them on the wait list. And if they don't need it, they just say, I'm good. And they can either not go back on or go on the list again and wait another 3 years. But I've seen it where people, you know, just as their name used to come off, they're like, yeah, I'm glad. It was perfect timing, you know, so I always encourage that as well.
Wonderful. Thank you. I love all the sharing. It just makes my heart happy. Anybody else have any announcements? Want to make sure we give everybody an opportunity. No? Okay. All right. Anybody on Zoom?
Nope, I'm back. That's all. I'm back. I'm stuck at home because my husband had COVID, so I'm stuck here. So I won't get to see anybody for a few weeks until I have the clearance. I don't have it, but I still have to quarantine. So if you have any patients needing placement, give me a call because I'm bored. And those who know me know I don't like to be bored.
Okay, very exciting. All right. Okay. So our next meeting will be Thursday, July 28th. Mark your calendars, 10 a.m. here at Noble Hospice. And we will have Maria Reynosa from Encompass Health, who will be presenting to us. And as always, if anybody has any suggestions for, you know, speakers or somebody we should be reaching out to have them present, email Amy. Yes, Ms. Girl.
I was just going to make the comment that OAC in Stockton sometimes travels and goes to different, you know, places to see, like, you know, different facilities and stuff like that. So maybe as we get bigger, that might be an opportunity to, like, hey, let's have it. Let's go see, you know, Astoria and Oakdale,
Sure.
you know, and, you know, or different places like that, so people can see. Let's go up to, you know, the hospice, you know, to the community.
Yeah, we were actually gonna have it at our community, but with COVID and, you know, the outbreak and stuff.
Yeah,
You know, we
other
have a few
places.
cases, so just safer. to do.
Logistically, it just
Yeah.
has not been a real possibility
I
for us to
know.
get
So
a
if you
large
need-
group to go visit a facility. It's just not an option. I think at anyone's facility at this point, right, to have like, here's 30 people coming and walking through your hallways.
So OAC in Stockton County has 2 tours. So they'll have it hosted at the facilities. The marketer will take a couple people at the time to tour. It's usually outside.
Yeah, in the garden.
And they'll, whoever's hosting does kind of like an event for the day. So I know the Commons in Antigua had a magician. It was like, take a moment
Yeah,
for
that's cool.
yourself.
It was
Yeah.
So it was fun, something to do, and you can kind of learn where other people work at and connect in their buildings.
Sacramento.
If anybody would like to come tour the gardens, please feel free to give us a call and we'll give you a private tour.
Fantastic. So do you congregate outside? on
Well,
the-
we have been because it's a COVID. kind of
Okay.
thing. But in the past, we've had Christmas parties and stuff in interior, but you know,
Yeah.
we're still dealing with the COVID.
Sure.
But you know, a lot of these places have beautiful outdoor
Yes,
gardens
settings.
and stuff like that. And,
Okay.
you know, just an option to be able to show off. You know,
Yes.
I mean, gosh. think about these stuff, you
Yeah.
know, Reading rooms.
Well, maybe we'll look into that, see if it got an outdoor venue that would accommodate us on a not 100 day.
Maybe by the
Front
fall.
All right, well, thank you everybody for coming. Enjoy the food, mingle, get to know one another, and thank you.
Thank you. Fourth Thursday of the month, every fourth Thursday. So mark your calendars here every fourth Thursday of the month at 10 a.m.
And thank you for always sending out reminders.
Yes.
You're the best.
Oh, yeah, and it's just like,
So, we'll be